Hello, fans. Welcome to another episode of Fictional Character Motivation. I'm your host, Quan, and today, this week, this is the last week that I'll be doing anything kind of horror or Halloween inspired. The reason why is this podcast, this one right here, may be the last scary horror focus that I'll be doing. After that, I'll be doing something a little bit more lighthearted for the next video. And for the final video, just kind of recapping everything and talking about how to transform into the thing you're trying to be. So, but with that being said, we'll get into this podcast right here. Talk about enjoying the discomfort like Pinhead. Hope everyone's doing good. And here we go. Pinhead, the leader and villain from the Hellraiser series. Hellraiser, the first movie, came out in 1987, and what we will be talking about. What we're talking about Pinhead was mostly in that one, Hellraiser 2, which came out in 1988. And then Hellraiser 3, which came out in 1992. So, but we're still just going to reference most of the first one and a little bit of the history that seeds in with him. So, the first one is a woman discovers the nearly resurrected, partially formed body of her secret lover. In order to resurrect him to human level appearance, she has to take out some people so that he can escape the demonic beings known as the cenobytes that are pursuing him from escaping their sadistic underworld. While this is going on, the stepdaughter comes across the lament configuration, which is a very golden, very flashy looking puzzle box that you don't want to solve, because once you solve it, it actually summons those very beings that he's trying to escape. Crazy stuff, right? But what is most crazy is the lead villain, Pinhead. Because you look at this guy and you think there's no way. I mean, he has human-like traits, but there's no way he could be human, right? Actually, from his backstory from the other movies, you see that he was once human until he stumbled upon the limit configuration, and then he got transported into the labyrinth, which is basically a maze-like place at the bottom of hell. And the things that he's seen, things that he's experienced, and things that he's done eventually make him Pinhead, the leader, to where pain and pleasure are indivisible. But for him, but for pretty much everyone else, it's all pain, and for him, it's all pleasure. Pretty much for him, when he transforms into Pinhead, thanks to the demon god down there known as Leviathan, because of that transformation, he no longer is classified as human. He's a little bit stronger than human, and because of him, putting pins in his head and pretty much making incisions and doing all that stuff to him, he's basically a passionate person pursuing how much pain he can cause someone while giving him pleasure, pretty much. Because the main thing, the sentence for Hellraiser was demons to some, angels to others. But the fact is that he's so far gone from what usual good pain is that needs to translate to pleasure is that you don't want to party with this guy ever. I mean, he uses hooks and chains, and He rips people apart, and to him, that's like, oh, that's awesome. I mean, that's basically how he is. But going off topic. So what are so why are we talking about this scary, creepy guy for exactly? Because we're all gonna go through some kind of pain and a lot of discomfort in life, especially if we want to change, especially if we want to become the best part of ourselves. If we want to become our best part of ourselves, sometimes pain or discomfort is demanded. For instance, changing habits, not easy. In fact, it's very, in fact, it's discomfortable. Especially if it's a habit that you know you should change, but it's been with you since what it feels like for so long that it's now a part of you. Pushing yourself to your limits and further, that's never going to be comfortable. In fact, if you're pushing your limits and it feels a little bit comfortable, sure, in the beginning, that's probably all right, or not in the beginning. In the end, it probably should feel a little bit comfortable. That's what I meant. But in the beginning, when you're trying to push your limits, when you're trying to push that training, when you're trying to learn something new, not going to be comfortable. Because you may realize that you may need to change your way of doing things just so you can improve a little bit faster, just so you can do this. Failures or losses, that's not comfortable. And that's part of life. I wish I could say there was a matrix code, or there was a belief code that we could sort of use that can, help you get over failure, help you get over losses, that help you avoid those. But I'm sorry, there's not. It will happen. No matter what happens, we will all suffer through failure. We will all suffer through loss. It will happen. It is unavoidable. Thus, why it is probably very painful, not comfortable. Even changing yourself mentally, physically, or spiritually will come with some discomfort. Like I said, I'm all about improving oneself. This is why I pretty much made the podcast, for you to give you little jewels that I have sifted through certain things that you can maybe keep on improving yourself. And if you're going to change yourself, if you're going for improvement, there's going to be times where you will not be comfortable. There may be times where the last thing that's going to happen is you feel comfortable. Because there's a lot of things that we have to fix within ourselves before we feel complete. And I say that not to say like until you feel complete, not to impose it, but there's a lot of things that we have to change that we know is not going to feel good for a while until we go through it and until we complete it, and then we come out the other side a better person. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of pain and discomfort when going for any of these. But I want you to lean into the discomfort, lean in a little bit into the pain. I want you to push through it and eventually enjoy it. And here's some whys and some hows. Number one of why you should lean into your pain or discomfort is why you should do that is it may be what is called for the next level that you want to go for. You want to lose weight, you got to do exercise and diet. And there will be some discomfort in doing both of these in the beginning. But eventually, it will pass until you reach a plateau to where you have to, it's a plateau to where nothing's going on, to where there's no bodily changes, to where you have to adjust a little bit more, which means you have to do something a little bit more discomforting, whether it is do a more difficult exercise, add in some cardio, adjust your diet a little bit more, to even extending your workout time a little bit more, or making your workout more intense. Using that as an example, in order for you to get to the next level, sometimes it's called that you have to be in discomfort, that you have to feel a little bit of pain. And going in towards that is, two, the reason why you may want to start looking forward to being in pain, being not comfortable, is you want to change for the better. Lifestyle is to where if a lifestyle is not leading you to where you want to be, you gotta force change from within. Whether if it's your mindset, habits, hobbies, friends and people you hang out with, even career. In order to get that spot that you want to be in, you may need to make a change in one or in all of these sectors, which can be very not comfortable and slightly painful if you got to do it. If you want to pretty much improve yourself, there may be a time to where you have to not do your favorite thing in the world, because if you're trying to, let's say, get more financially stable, you may need to hold out on it for a couple of months. For habits, for you to get this, you may think that, a bunch of people are, and I'm kind of seeing this a little bit, you may think that a bunch of people are avoiding you. But it's not that they're avoiding you in one way. It's just that, they're busy with what's going on and they love to hang out, but they got some stuff going on. Or if you look deep inside, maybe you're being a little bit too negative, and that's why not many people are being near you. You know how to change that? Gotta be a little bit more positive. You know how that works? You gotta change your mindset, which means it will be very not comfortable. Because just because you accepted that you can have a pessimistic view doesn't mean everybody else is. Trust me. I've made a video before that, yes, negativity, being negative, being all not only woe is me, but who cares, or the kind of I want to see the world burn kind of thing. Not many people want to hang out with that person, especially if they're like trying to get their mind right. It's not gonna happen, really. Not many people flock to that. And if they do, trust me, it also may be something deeper going on that you may want to look into that may not be positive for you in the long run. But enough on that spiel. If you want to change for the better, you have to accept the fact that discomfort comes with the package. All right. Now, how to enjoy this stuff? How to enjoy some of the pain? How to enjoy some of the discomfort? And these will be quotes from either a motivational figure or a famous figure. So keep that in mind. If you want to write this down, that's cool too. Rule number one, quote that I got that I think you might enjoy, that'll help you remind you about pain or discomfort is needed. Pain always leaves a gift. This is from the stand-up comedian who's written books. His name is Steve Harvey. When examining this, pain always leaves a gift. Even when it's like kind of like a very bad pain when you think about it. Now, I'm not saying flip certain things on their head. In a way, I am, but at the same time, there's a certain limit to where that has to stop. But whenever you're going through any kind of discomfort, know that in the end, it's going to be worth it. In the end, you might get something for it. Like I said, you might get a new skill. You may get a new habit. You may get a new mindset. You may even get more discipline. And trust me, with everything's going on here, discipline is still if not more, important than you may actually think it is. Because pretty much with the whole corona thing and whatnot, sure, it's very stressful. I understand the stress. I understand the splurge. I understand to feel better. But at the same time, if you can use this time to discipline yourself, to learn something, to fix yourself, to be ready to where when everything is slightly back to normal, which may be a long time from now, we may be wearing masks for a long, long time. But like I said, it's once we get to that point, you'll be more balanced, you'll be more focused, you'll be more hard to take down, put down even. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Pain always leaves a gift. And two, about pain, about discomfort, it will pass. And this quote comes from one of my favorite motivational speakers, Eric Thomas. Pain is temporary. It may last for an hour, may last for a minute, may last for a day or a month or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place. But if I quit, however, it will last forever. At the end of pain is success. You're not going to die over a little pain. That's the truth. This even brings up another quote for me from my martial arts class from Hapkido. Knowing the difference between pain and trauma. Pain, as annoying as it may be, you can live with. You know, a scrape on the knee, a slight punch to the body or close to the chin, you know, or anything that may be a little bit painful than it is, going to the hospital and getting checked out or anything like that. Pain will be there. Pain is common. Trauma, such as something being broken, a big chunk of you not being there, or a big chunk of you being open, speaking about horror, and other numerous things, such as like a traumatic event that sticks with you. It will stick with you. Pain will not stick with you. Even though pain may last a while, it will eventually go away. And that's the thing, it will pass. Even from like Christian stuff, this too shall pass. Whenever you're going through pain or going through a bad event, horrible event, just think about it pretty much being a storm. The storm will be there, but it will move on, it will dissipate, it will pass. And you have to stay there. You have to enjoy it just long enough so that it doesn't faze you the next time it comes around. Or it doesn't faze you at all next time. Really. And that's my take of it. So, why we should lean into the pain? One is it may be what is called for us to go to the next level. And if you want to change for the better. And how do we enjoy the pain? How do we connect our mindset to that? Is one, pain always leaves a gift. And two, it will pass. Pain is temporary. And when it passes, we'll have something better with us. We'll have pretty much know how to navigate through it, how to plan through it. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope this helps. If this lands, if it does, please let me know. Like this video. It'll be pretty much FCM dash enjoy the discomfort like Pinhead. Look up my YouTube channel if you listen to this from a podcast point of view, which is if you want to comment. If not, you can just pretty much keep listening to my podcast. I've been seeing y'all, or I've been seeing some of the little snippets of who is possibly listening to what, and I appreciate you. I hope this helps. Hope you enjoy it. I hope it pumps you up. Hope it gets you there. Got 2 more videos for this month. Then after that, we'll be jumping into our normal programming of different characters from different spots. I hope everyone is doing awesome. Be safe, be cool, don't act too much a fool. Deuces.